Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you like pond build or anything else koi related, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. So a couple of jobs to be getting on with before I get the pond filled. So we'll crack on with them. As always, feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section below, like these legends did here. It's always good to hear from you. So yeah, let's just crack on with it. Let's get them couple of jobs finished and let's get the pond filled, and hopefully it's going to hold the water, so everything crossed. So I'll catch you soon. Right, first job of the day today is to get the window cut out. I am a little bit nervous about this one. After spending a lot of time putting that liner in, certainly can't afford to make a mistake now, so I'm just going to take my time with it and crack on. Right, that was easy enough. So I'm just using the same method that Carl from CWD uses. Nice thick bead all the way around the outside of the window. Try and get this without getting it all over the place. And start in the middle, make sure it's tucked in at the bottom, and the liner up. Now it's tacked on, start pressing it out until you get to the edge with the liner. Happy with that? I know some of you might pick up on that there, the liner's a little bit below the level of the wall. I've just noticed it as well myself, but like I said before, I've got a 70mm overlap on my window as opposed to the normal 50mm, so yeah, it's about 25mm that gap is there, but that's not an issue because it's still 45mm, which is all sealed. Okay, so next scary bit is getting the bottom drainer. Got my other bits up there. Pulled the liner tight, or pulled the creases towards that way, and now I've got to cut a hole in it. Right, so there's the hole cut out. Use a pair of scissors again, because I don't trust myself with a standing knife in here. Next thing to do, I need to get the height of it right. So I've just put it in there, and I need to take about 30mm off there to give me about a 20mm gap from the bottom of the liner to the bottom of the drain. So yeah, just slotted it in. I've pushed it down further and measured that gap, so I'll get that cut. Right, so I've cut the pipe down there, took some off that, so I've got about a 20mm gap now between going through the bottom of the bottom drain. I'm going to need to solvent weld that air to fit in there. I'm also going to stick a couple of cable ties on both of those just to hold this pipe on. But first I need to get the flange out and fix the liner in place before I do anything else, so I'll do that. Oh, I'm also going to solvent weld that pipe into the bottom of the drain so it don't go anywhere. So when you get obviously air going through that, the buoyancy doesn't pull the pipe out. So yeah, solvent weld that pipe in, solvent weld the air fitting in. So yeah, let's get this liner fixed down. Right, onto the skimmer. I've just realised my 2 returns down here. I've forgotten to take the face plates off. Oops. So I'll cut that out, see if I can reach down there. Hopefully I can. Right, I've cut the liner there for the skimmer. Got to drill the holes into the skimmer. The face plate's pre-drilled, but the skimmer isn't, so I'll do that. Managed to get my return screw collar things off, so that's not a problem. So I'll get them pre-drilled and I'll get that skimmer plate on. And there's the skimmer faceplate in and the liner sandwiched. So I basically put I didn't film it, but I put some MS300 all around the skimmer face, then put the liner against it, then another good bead of MS300, and then the faceplate. And the screws were the right size, so yeah, I thought they'd hit the block, but yeah, once you've got the 2 silicone beads in and the faceplate, yeah, the screws are perfect. So onto the returns. Right, so that's the 2 returns, skimmer done, and the bottom drains in. For some reason I lost the footage of me putting the bottom drain in. It's a bit fiddly. The solvent weld for the airline was a bitch to get in. I had to try a second time, but hopefully it's stuck in there enough for that dome not to fly off. Alrighty then, so today is the day. Got the hose pipe out, got my meter attached. I'm going to take a quick reading of that, which is 535074. Connected up my air, switched that on. That's inflating nicely. Forgot to document these last time. Put the corner pieces there just to finish off the corners. Not a major part of the puzzle, but yeah, that's all done and ready to be filled. Switch these ball valves off. Don't want anything coming through the filter and the pipe work yet. Obviously I want to put the water in the pond and make sure that liner is holding. Air pump's up and connected, but I can switch that off now. Just wanted to test the air dome. So yeah, I think it's time. I'll get back to you shortly. So We're nearly 2,000 litres in. That's the centre part nearly full. Trying to have an estimate or a guess as to how much it is, but as long as I get around 10,000 or above, I'll be pretty happy. Right, one job I need to do before the water gets to the skimmer is set up my auto top-up system. So I'm going to be using that box with a basic ball valve system, ball float. Box is going to be next to the skimmer, pipe, 1-inch pipe coming across, and then the water supply going into the back of the ball valve. So I'll crack on with that. Right, so that was pretty straightforward. Was a bit nervous about drilling into the skimmer, but just need to put a piece of 1-inch pipe across now and that'll be done. But before I do that, I just need to get the overflow over this way somewhere, otherwise I ain't going to be able to reach it. So I'll get that bit done and then finish the auto top up. Right, that's all that done. Simple 1-inch pipe coming across from the skimmer. Obviously the level in here will be the same level as the pond. When the pond level drops, that will drop, opening the valve, which will auto top up the pond. I'm not going to put that in until I've got the level of the water in here, and then I can get that set right. Got me boot on the bottom of the skimmer. I need some 1.5-inch waste pipe though, so I can get to that anyway, so that's not a problem. So yeah, back to the now I'm going a bit backwards and forwards today, but I realised later, obviously when the pond was filling, that I had to get this done. So yeah, I can move back onto the waste chute now. Right, and there's the waste done. Hopefully I've got enough drop on that. I think I have, but we'll soon find out when there's waste going out of it. So that goes out to the other side. When I get some kind of box again like this to catch the solid waste, have a grill round it, and then have a pipe going out which will go down the back of the filterhouse into soak away. But yeah, that's that for now. Like I say, hopefully there's enough drop on that. It was a bit tight. I had to put a rubber 90 there and a rubber straight connector there just to give it a bit of bendiness over that pipe there. That valve still shuts and opens, so that's spot on. Yeah, all this is done, so I think I'm just going to hang on to see. Bang my head again. So how far are we done with the film? I'm getting there. What time is it now? 2 o'clock, so it's been going 6 hours. 58, on about 5, just under 5,000 litres at the moment. Lovely job there. It's bloody warm today as well, it's hitting 25 degrees plus, so might actually go for a dip in there. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Right, one other job while the pond's filling up is my water change. How I'm going to be doing that. Can't have a trickle in, trickle out because my drain is above the pond level. So I'm going to have to pump water out on a timer once a day, twice a day. So I've got my old 10,000 litre per hour pump, which is down there. I've got a couple of unions, 4-inch unions. So it's going to come out of this side of the drum, into the pump, out through the wall, run up the back of the filter house and then pumped up to the drain up there. So yeah, that's the next job I'm going to be getting on with while the pond's filling. Right, so we're 11 hours in, nearly there. I'm loving it, to be honest with you. Looking at it now, full of water, or nearly full of water. I am absolutely buzzing. So hopefully this is going to hold. I'm hoping that he's not going to notice it and want to take a jump in it, because as we know, well, I don't know if you know, but Labradors love water. So I'm just waiting for him to clock it. Hopefully he doesn't. I have to get some jump guards on there. not for the jumping koi, but for the jumping Labrador. So I'll get them ordered. Gonna go for a swim. So what we're on at the moment, 61.5, so that's 8,000 litres at the moment. I think I should get to 10,000. Hopefully I will anyway. Anything less than 10 I'll be disappointed with, but there's a spin drifter working nicely. But yeah, at the moment it seems to be the liner's falling into place nicely. Yeah, 8,000 litres at the moment. So I'll wait for it to get into the skimmer, and then I need to go and check that pipe work. Ideally I want it filled tonight so I can put a mark on the window, and then come out tomorrow and make sure that it's holding water. None of my seams have given way. So yeah, probably another 2 or 3 hours. Morning guys. Excuse me. So we are filled. It was chucking it down my brain last night, so I didn't get the filming of the last bit done, but I did come out and put a piece of tape on, and yeah, that's level hasn't dropped, so that's good. I'm still yet to fill up the pipe work. Take you in the filter house, show you a couple of things. Right, one problem was I've got a slight drip from that, only ever so slight. So I have to get something on that and try and tighten it a bit. I don't think it's over tight. There is a seal on there, but it's only a slight drip and I can sort that out. One thing I did notice though, which I'm going to have to address at some point, that fixing there is going to stop that tray from coming out. So for the time being I'm just going to have to stick my hand in there and get any big bits out. But again, not a major one. There is a little bit of water down there due to me having that set too low. But yeah, that's been adjusted now. Before I get the pipes and the filters all filled with water as well, I need to get that finished off, which is my waste outlet. So I'm going to crack on with that. Currently we're just shy of 10,000 litres. Just. Obviously I'll get that bit of pipe work done, and then I'll let it through into the pipe work as long as that don't leak. I'll fill it up a bit more, so we should be just over 10,000 litres I reckon. I'm liking that. So yeah, so far so good. Right, so that's my pump out all glued, goes through back and out. I need to get some couplers, but so that I can finish the run round the back. But in the meantime, the water level, if I open the filters now, open my ball valves, that's actually higher than the level of the pond, so I shouldn't get any water going out of there, so that won't be an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna open these valves and see what happens. Hopefully I don't get any leaks, but we'll see. I'll get back to you shortly. Rightio, so they're open. Let it slowly go through. Moving bed's full. I've opened all these valves, all the air's come out. Water level has dropped, so I need to put some more water in. It is a little bit low in there, but let me get the right water level outside now that the everything's primed. Oh, I did have one leak, and that was disconnected here. I think it's okay now. I just had to tighten it up a bit more. That was from my waist. Excuse me. So yeah, no major leaks so far, which is always a bonus. So yeah, I'm going to top up the water now and give the pump to test. Right, so that's it. Pond full, pipes full. The only pipes that aren't, the only pump that I haven't switched on is the one that goes around the back for the, that's going to be for the shower. But 10,000 litres, just above 10,000 litres, which I'm happy with. So I'm just going to stick the pump on that comes from the moving bed now, get that working, and then I'm going to get the KH up to around about 7, because my tap water's KH 0, so I have to buffer my tap water, and hopefully I can get the fish in here next weekend. Right, so I've connected up and powered up the drum, done a cleaning cycle. That came loose first time around. Haven't tightened them up enough. Got bloody water everywhere, but working now. Let's just put in a little bit of air, but shouldn't be a problem once all the media's in there. Got a slight drip on this union here, but only very slightly, so I need to sort that out at some point. Just chucked in 700 grams of bicarbonate soda to bring the KH up. Everything else is looking pretty good at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to run it for today and just keep my eye on all these pipes, and we'll see how it goes. But one step closer to getting the fish in the pond. Right, so I guess this is kind of a Jerry Springer's final thought kind of thing with regards to how I've lined this pond. I knew it was a massive risk when I thought of the idea, but it was the only way for me. Like I say, box weld was out of the question, fiberglass was out of the question. If I had a fiberglassed it, I would have had to whack a load more concrete in there, which would have meant that I'd lost volume, which I didn't want to do. I'm at 10,000 litres now, which is spot on. That's the minimum I wanted, but thinking about it, yeah, I'm happy with 10,000 litres. When I discussed this option with Carl from CWD, pardon me, he did give me the option that if it didn't work, he was going to refund the MS300 and replace the liners. So I was happy to do it as a bit of a trial, as it's never been done before. So the big question, has it worked? I think it's an outstanding yes, to be honest with you, 100%. I kind of didn't have any doubts, to be honest. When I did have a little bit of doubts, I was 50-50. But once I'd actually seen the liner in using the MS300, and after a few days I checked the seal, checked how it had bonded to the liner, and it's nothing like I've seen before, to be honest with you. Usually with like CT1, when it cures, it's still kind of got that silicone-y feeling to it, but the MS300, once it had cured and bonded the liners, it was like it was a part of the liner. when the water went in. The only thing that kind of stretched was the liner itself. I had no worries with the seam itself with the MS300. So yeah, 100% think that this is the way forward if box weld liner and if fiberglass isn't an option. This is the next best thing. This is the third option. You know, nobody wants liner folds in their pond. That's the last thing I wanted after going through like 9, 10, 11 months of hard work. The last thing I wanted was to just throw a rubber liner in there and fold it into the shape of the pond, which is why I went down this route, to be honest with you. You know, nobody uses seaming tape to join liners in a pond because it is a pain in the arse, and I'll be openly honest. The original thought was to go with seaming tape on this, and I think if I had have gone down the seaming tape route, I would have had quite a few problems, to be honest with you. You only get one chance with seaming tape. If you don't get it right, you've ballsed it up. But the MS300, it was more forgiving. You know, you put the beam down, the bead down of MS300, put the liner in place, and then you can actually move it afterwards. And you know, it kind of works into the liner. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that you after you've applied the sealant and put the liner in place, you can work it in, and you know, if you do make a little mistake, not a problem. Obviously the sealant is still wet, so you can push the liner in and it creates a nice join. So MS300 versus seaming tape, yeah, the seaming tape's obsolete 100%. If you are going to join liners, whether it's the way I've done it, joining 5 liners in the pond, or whether it's just to join 2 liners, bin the seaming tape off. It works out about the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper with the MS300. I would 100% use that over seaming tape any day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 100% I'm happy with the results. Like I say, I knew it was going to be a risk. It's worked out. I'm not one for doing things the conventional way. And how I see is that this has basically given you guys one other option on how to line your pond. Obviously fiberglass is the number one. I would have loved to have had this fiberglass, but not an option. Box weld, not an option. But yeah, don't worry about giving this a go, because it's a valid option now. So yeah, YouTube first. If you're planning on going down this route, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll happily give you any advice that I can. So yeah, we'll leave it there. As always, feel free to hit the subscribe button down there to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And until next time, thanks for watching.